Today we are going to be talking about something that may make a few people uncomfortable. Is your stylist working in your best interest? So not only does this go for the client themselves, but it goes for the stylist themselves as well too. Obviously, a client is searching for a stylist that they can trust, that will give them, what it is they're asking for. But at the same time, for the stylist, if it's something the stylist cannot do, it is hard for us to admit that, like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Just
100%.
be upfront and transparent with your clients. That's what's going to build trust and good communication between, the stylist and the client, and then vice versa. You, as a stylist, need to make sure you're not over promising and under delivering, because that can just lead into so many issues just on so many ends. Number one, it can leave a stylist feeling completely defeated. Like, wow, I tried my hardest. I thought I knew what I was doing, and it just did not turn out at all. But in the beginning, you knew that.
Yeah.
You knew that. You have to admit to yourself, though, and you have to be open with your client, saying, I can't do that.
Yeah.
A client is going to be a lot more forgiving in the beginning if you're just straight out with them, versus in the end, the results show that you didn't know what you were doing. The client is spending a lot of money to get their hair service done. And B, I mean, their hair could be compromised at the end of all of this, which could create, number one, this client's probably not going to come back to you.
Yep.
Maybe they'll understand and give you a second chance. I know there are plenty of clients out there that are willing to give you a second chance, but that first initial appointment and experience is crucial.
It sets the tone.
Oh, it does, for sure. It just sets the tone on the type of stylist you are, and if you are in, your client's best interest. And you're not just doing it to, like, I hate to say this, but like, just as a money grab. Like, I'm going to do it because I need to make money.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to benefit you in the long run, because
you're going to lose them.
You have a 9 out of 10 chance that client is probably not going to come back to you. Number one, it's your reputation. They're going to go out and say, I went to a previous stylist. She told me she could do this, and this is what I got. And maybe they go to a different stylist at that time who is experienced in doing what it was that they asked you to do that you knew you couldn't do.
Yep.
And they're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a couple, clients come in, and again, it's not maybe that the stylist really didn't do anything wrong. There was just a gap in their education and their experience. That's all. And that doesn't make them a bad stylist.
No.
It's just the experience wasn't there.
Yes.
They didn't know how to do it.
Well, that, and I feel like honesty goes a long ways. Like, as a client, I would rather you be honest with me and, like, let's come up with a plan than you just slap bleach on my hair and, like, hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. Stylists need to be letting clients know, like, okay, here's our scenario.
Yep.
If we proceed forward with this, here's A, B, C, D that could happen, which I am not willing to jeopardize my reputation or my salon's reputation in that sense to just give you what you want.
Yes.
Again, circling back, a lot of clients are going to be a lot more appreciative of you as a stylist if you are transparent and honest with them up front.
100%.
Just going in and kind of nilly-willying it is it's not going to help you build your clientele in the end of the day, and it's just going to leave you feeling very defeated. So as a client going in, watch out for those red flags.
Yep.
I did write some stuff down to, I guess, essentially like red flags for like what clients might miss. So I just put down over promising, like, yeah, we can get you to that. And stylists looking at their hair, like, so you can get me that today.
Yeah.
For, whatever cost, blah, 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 whatever. Over promising, I feel like, is kind of very obvious,
Yes.
right? I mean, typically most would maybe be able to read that out of a stylist. So keep an eye out for that one. Dismissing any of your concerns. If you come in and you're like, okay, well, what about this? And they're like, oh no, it's fine. That'll be just fine.
Yeah, no.
If they're ever dismissing your concerns and not addressing them, that's another big red flag. Don't, if
You need to feel heard.
you do.
Yeah.
And
And
like,
acknowledged.
here's my concern as a stylist. Gosh, I feel like 90% of the world has hair history, probably, and
Yes.
everyone has a story. I went to this one salon per se back in the day and they did this and this is what happened. Will this happen again? If it's the same, essentially, if you're going for those same desired results and they're telling you the same steps and procedures they're going to take as what happened before, odds are the same thing is going to happen again, and you're not going to get what you want. So if they're dismissing like, oh well, she must have left it on too long or used whatever product, I use this product, it's so much better. Like, dismissing your concerns are a huge red flag as a client. So be very aware of that. And then defensive reactions. And I guess defensive reactions, as in, I would take that like, as a stylist, I'm recommending this for you. And the client's kind of like, like, is that what we should be doing? And the stylist gets like, yes, that's what we need to be doing. Just being defensive in that sense of any maybe kind of feedback or concern or whatever it is that the client might have of what the stylist is saying can also be, a red flag. So you, as a stylist, you really need to gain a client's trust and loyalty.
Yes.
That isn't just given. That's earned for sure.
Especially if they've had bad hair history. It's hard to trust, especially like hard to trust a new service provider when a new stylist when you went to a previous one and they like ruined your hair.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And knowing the experience of your stylist too is another big key thing. Someone new out of school isn't bad at hair.
No.
Their experience level is just where it is at. So I feel like, I mean, I've had this happen before, where it's like they book a service that should be more so booked with like an experienced stylist. So they're asking for, not that a new stylist can't do the service, it just may not be up to the client expectation of what they're thinking it would be if they were with like a master stylist. So as a client, make sure when you're booking, if you have a very high expectation and you're going for something very specific, make sure you know who you're booking with as experienced too. Like I said, so we have tiers at our salon where it's junior, senior, and a master stylist, and there's different criteria to go through each level. But we do it that way because we want to make sure that when a client is booking this quote unquote experienced service, expecting high expectation, we want our stylists to be at a master level. So we hold a very certain criteria before a stylist will get to that level. So these girls who are just coming out of school and starting with us, they are working with experience, but when I put the comb and the product and everything in their hands, I can tell them exactly how to do it, but it just simply comes down to the knowledge, the placement of the foil, the cut of the haircut, how they're doing their layers, all the things. They can only do so much with their experience and education and with what I'm giving to them for knowledge. So it takes time, and our industry is very hands-on. It takes time for them to gain that experience. So as a customer or client, just really make sure you know who you're booking with first. And if you are expecting high expectations, no offense to any girl just starting out of school, but maybe don't book with a junior stylist then. And that's okay. There is no offense taken to that whatsoever. They fully understand that starting out, it's going to be challenging. And who knows, someone right out of hair school could just really have that raw talent for it
Yep.
and be exceptionally good at it and just cruise through the levels.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen girls do it before. So, yes, finding someone who's just very passionate about it, I feel like you can really read that off of somebody.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I read somewhere that, where did I hear it on? I heard it on KWB one morning, actually.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I was listening to
Shout
KWB
out.
one morning, KWB. He was saying that he had found a statistic or something somewhere that within 30 seconds of meeting someone, so like walking through the door, you walking into a salon, within 30 seconds, you can be like, yeah, I like this person, or yeah,
yes,
no, I don't
I've
like
heard
this person.
that.
Yep, within 30 seconds, you can determine whether or not either A, they're nice, mean, trustworthy, anything. 30 seconds is all it takes for a person to know if it's there, like what they're looking for. Like, you know what you're looking for walking in. So, I mean, I've had plenty of interviews come in, and I'm not kidding you, they walk through the door and I'm like, nope, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. It might work for them somewhere else, but this is not what I'm looking for in my salon.
And that's okay.
And same goes to the client. They walk in and they're like, this place is great. I'm going to love it here. I can just tell, just by everything. Or they're going to walk in and be like, nope.
Yep.
And it can be as simple as down to like a piece of hair all over the floor, just the cleanliness, the attitude and the atmosphere of the salon and of the stylist, all factor in to the trust, I believe, as a stylist and a salon. So let's see some of my other things that I had here. Yeah, and like one thing I wrote down, like, I would say clients get very, I mean, I read this somewhere and it was like, you could go to McDonald's 25 times and they could mess up your order half the times you go there and visit, but you always go back.
Yes.
A stylist messes up your toner one time and you're done.
Yeah.
Like, it's cutthroat.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. Mess up someone's hair one time and that's all it takes for them not to come back to you, not to trust you or your salon or any of your other stylists and employees that you have there. So it's very cutthroat.
Yeah, you can't mess up. You can mess up someone's food. You can't mess up their hair.
Yeah, you can mess up the food, but don't mess up the hair. And I fully get it. Like, hair is a security blanket for a lot of people, especially women.
Yep.
I do really feel like it's a big thing for women. It's and men. I mean, it makes who you are. It's a big part of you. And if we didn't have that, that takes a lot away from us. You know, if it gets cut too short, there's face shapes it fits to. There's, I mean, hair colors work better with certain eye colors or skin tones. There's just so many things to factor into it. And if you mess it up one time, you are really messing with someone's
like identity.
Yeah. And just like their, I don't know, like their confidence level.
Yes.
I mean, I've had plenty of bad hair experiences. I've had plenty of good hair experiences to feel the difference and like how that feels.
Yep.
So I, as a stylist, always try and do my clients' hair how I would want it done.
Yes.
Like, from the experience to the consultation of them understanding exactly what it is I'm doing for them, what each of the steps are, how I'm directing them, not leaving them like, okay, what is she doing now?
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting scared. Like, I never want my client to sit in my chair and be uncertain about what I'm doing to their hair.
Open communication with them.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how long is this retouch going to have to sit on my hair for? 30, 40 minutes. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to plan for.
Yep.
Not, okay, we're going to let your color process by, and then you don't see your stylist for 40 minutes. Like, you can't do that to clients. I'm like to the point where I'm so detailed on direction for my clients when they're in the salon. Like, hey, I'm going to go back up and mix up right now. Can I get you anything to drink? To like when we wash our clients' hair, like, okay, I'm going to have you go over to bowl number 1, 2, or 3, whichever, the stylist picks. I'm going to go back and get a towel and then I will meet you out here.
Yes.
So many times I see like, okay, head on over to the shampoo bowl. And then they kind of stand there and they're like, okay, I'm going to go over there. But then the stylist starts to like veer off course and they're like, do I follow them?
What do
like,
I do?
Where do I go? So just making sure your client has a sense of direction, even when it comes down to that. Like, all right, now we can head back over to my chair. Like once we're done washing or whatever it is, to like, I mean, even when I have clients over in the shampoo bowl and they have a toner on their head, I always tell them like, okay, we're going to let this sit on your head for like 5 minutes. I'm going to go rinse my items and I will be back out to wash your hair.
Over communication is better than under communication.
Totally. Yeah. It totally is, because otherwise, like I said, you're leaving them there like
high and
worried.
dry. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're getting worried. Like, should this be sitting on my head for 20 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that factors into your client trusting you as a stylist.
100%.
Like if, say something does go, like, how your color lines work. So stylists know, like, I can leave this on for 2 minutes, walk away, go wash my dishes and come back and it will be fine.
Yep.
Now, if I don't tell my client, automatically they're already thinking this is bad.
Yeah.
This is getting left on my head too long. Like it's a mind game. Like they're now telling themselves that they no longer trust that this should be sitting on my head for this long. You come back, you wash it, you bring them over. Again, we're circling back. They already have it in their mind that you left this on too long because you didn't clarify this needs to sit on your head for 2 minutes. I will be right back to wash you. In their mind now, they're looking at their color and they're like, my color's messed up.
Yep.
It's like, it's such a mind game.
Yes.
It truly is. Even though it might be exactly what they're wanting, they now just have that uncertainty, with them. So always making sure you're giving your clients a sense of direction when you're in the salon.
Yeah.
Like, I know it sounds so silly, like, okay, I'm going to tell you what to do now, but like, I don't know. I just would never want to leave anybody there not knowing what's going on with their hair.
No, I had a bad experience where I went to a salon and she bleached and toned my hair, but she left the bleach on like root to tip for probably a good 45 minutes, but she put it on, put a cap on, and she left. And I don't know. I didn't see her until it was time to rinse out.
You don't know. You didn't go to school for hair. Okay, maybe this is how it's supposed to work. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, no. And she did it twice. And I don't even think she toned me. Yeah. It was, and I'm just like, you just sit there and you don't want to ask questions either because you don't want to, I feel like as a client, like look dumb or question your stylist because you don't know.
Right. You're like, okay, they're a stylist. They went to school for this. They should know what they're doing, right? I'm not going to question them on that. That'd be like me walking in, that could be anywhere, walking in like a restaurant. Are you sure you should be cooking that like that?
Yeah.
Well, yes, ma'am. Do you work here?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't. Okay, then I got it.
And you have clients that go in there like full trust, and then if it doesn't, like if you overpromise, like you said, and it doesn't turn out how they wanted, it's not going to end well.
I feel like I more so lean on the side of I'm very direct when it comes to it. I have disappointed many of people by telling them I am A, not comfortable doing it myself. I'm B, not comfortable having my stylist do it on you either, because I never want one of my stylists to feel defeated. I want them to feel like, heck yeah, I just conquered that. Like that turned out so good. My client is so happy. They pre-booked with me. They're going to go tell 5 other people about me. Like that's what I want it to be. So if a client's going to be mad at me because I'm going to straight up tell them, no, we are not doing this because of these reasons, and they don't want to come back because of that, that's fine. Again, make sure you know who your stylist is, because if you walk in and I just told you no, and I'm not saying I'm always right about everything, but I will stand behind the fact that I will not give you something that I know is either going to compromise your hair, or I know you're going to leave here pissed off.
Yes.
I won't do it.
Well, and you don't want to waste their money either.
No, it's not worth it.
No.
And I don't want to be the reason that Jill's hair is fried off because I knew that her hair was already chemically compromised when she came in.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to do it just because.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fully transparent with her. Like, hey, maybe instead of a full foil today, Jill, we're going to do a treatment. We're going to do a nice haircut. And then I recommend you come back and whatever time, you think is. adequate for them to come back and maybe get one more treatment, and then we'll revisit foils.
Yes.
I'm not saying you can't ever have it.
Yeah.
But let's get your hair where it needs to be so you can have that.
Yes.
If you just keep doing things that you shouldn't be, you're never going to get your desired results. So, like I said, if you, leave my salon and we've basically told you no, and you walk into another salon, they're like, "Yep, sit down in my chair, let's do it." I would be afraid.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I would be afraid.
Yeah.
And I've had it happen where plenty of people are like, they didn't want to listen and take my word, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm just not willing to do it within my salon.
Yeah.
And they go out and they either A, do it themselves, or B, they go somewhere and have someone do it who just maybe doesn't have the experience in the industry, like as myself, like I do, where I've been through this before. I'm guilty. I've done it before. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give the client what they want because that's what they want. And it doesn't turn out. They come back and they're like, help. I'm like, okay, I'm here for you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, but I told you so.
Yes, let's come up with a game plan now.
I told you so. And it does make you feel good in the end. At the moment when you tell them no, it makes you feel really crappy.
Yeah.
It really does, because they are just so disappointed. But what feels even better is when they come back to you and they like need you.
Yeah.
Like, I should have listened to you. I'm really sorry I didn't. That just in itself just makes you feel so much better as a stylist, to be like, wow, I was I was the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And that's fine. They went, they tried it, they experienced it, and now they're, maybe obviously regretting a decision. And it happens. I mean, like I said, so many of us have stories, like in our minds, we want instant gratification.
100%.
But instant gratification doesn't always work in the hair industry. It really doesn't.
No.
So we're gonna take it by steps, and we're gonna be truthful with you. Honestly, when you come into Salon Co, I am gonna turn down an appointment versus do it and risk the outcome of it. Like, I'm just not willing to risk that.
No, and you shouldn't.
No.
At the end of the day, the client will be appreciative of it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to brush their hair and have a clump of hair come out.
Well, and I just feel like so much of that is happening now. It's just the way of our world with a lot of things. Like, people want now.
Yes.
Like, it is, the demand for things is so much, like, the time is like, that's impossible. Like, I can't possibly do that. And if you can't do it and have it turn out exactly how they want it, and in this record time that they're expecting you to do it, I don't know. Like, I can't do that. That again is like giving like, yep, I can do that, and then under delivering.
Yeah.
Always give a lesser expectation of your client and hope that it turns out even better than what you explained to them. It's better to go that route about it than be like, yep, I can do that in this time and get you to this color in that day.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
No.
Like, give them a realistic expectation. And yourself as a stylist, give yourself the realistic expectation. I'm trying to think of anything else to go into this. And like a lot of this too, like I would say most mistakes are not like malicious.
No.
They're not malicious by any means. They're knowledge gaps.
Yeah.
Like, it's again circling back to like simply just the experience of the stylist. Like, we all learned a lot of the same things going to school, but what they don't teach you is the reality and expectations when you do get into a salon. Like, there's so many different scenarios that they don't really teach you. Like, tell them like, yes, I can do this for you, when you can.
Yeah.
Like, they don't teach you those things. So just make sure, too, as like a client, like, okay, they didn't like need to do this. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Read, again, knowing that person in 30 seconds, I feel like you can really get a good grasp of who they are and if they are for you or not for you. I listened to, it was another podcast of a stylist who kind of transitioned more so over into like the like the business part of it. And she was saying that this was, when did I listen to her? This was like a year and a half ago, maybe, that she had stated this or whatever. But she found a statistic somewhere stating that, okay, so we have like our app where people can message us and like book appointments through that. They can message us on Facebook. Like there's all sorts of platforms that people can reach us for booking. She said that from the time a client sends you a message looking for what they want, you have 14 minutes to respond before they will be like, nope, they didn't get back to me. I'm going somewhere else. The demand is insane right now, and for anything, for in a lot of industries, in a lot of service industry. But if you're not like on top of your shit, like, good luck.
Say goodbye.
You need to be like on top of it. Like that's how these clients are. If they come in giving you like, this is what I want, an unrealistic expectation, give them a realistic expectation. And like I said, do all the steps. I would rather tell you no and have you get mad at me that way versus me do it and I destroy your hair or I destroy your color or haircut or whatever it might be that they're requesting, and have them do it in your way. Because at the end of the day, I mean, once that client puts the trust into the stylist, they're going to listen to what you have to say. And they're going to appreciate that, like I said, more than you just doing it one time to either, I don't know, not embarrass yourself, quote unquote, for saying, no, I can't do that, or just doing it to make money off the client. Like that's just a huge turn off. I mean, personally for me, have like the customer service part of it, and everything else will come with it.
I mean, you see some of the girls at the salon, like now their clients that continuously come back are like, okay, what shampoo do you recommend? Like, what should I be using? I'm looking for this, like my color looks good, but I'm looking for more texture. Like, at the end of the day, it'll, once, like you said, once that trust comes, everything follows.
Totally. I mean, I feel like a lot of our girls come in with like, okay, I know how to do the hair part of it, but like maybe the customer service part isn't fully there yet. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to really be like, I try to like have the same kind of steps like through my procedures with my women's cuts, my men's cuts, how I do my all over colors, how I do my foils. Everything is very like, I have a very strategic way of doing it. And it works for me. It's very efficient. It keeps consistency with your clients too. Your clients feel like, okay, I know I'm going to go in today and this is what I can expect when I'm with Morgan getting my hair done today, because she is consistent every single time. That leads into pricing too with your clients. I've had a lot of people come in and they're like, you know, I loved going to this salon. I loved my gal. She did a really good job, but my price increased like $5 or $10 every single time I was in there. Why? I'm not getting anything different done. My experience isn't changing. My experience was great there. My hair service turned out great there. But what is changing every single time I go in? And she's like, yeah, I understand, you know, products may like cost of products might change, or I don't know, maybe your property taxes went up a little bit, something that factored into why maybe she had to have a price increase on my haircut. But every single time, that's
a red flag to
that's
me.
gonna turn someone away. Like to me, that's a money grab. They're like, I want to keep making more money. And I get it, we need to make money. That it's our job, it's our career. Like, but I'm just so passionate about it that I'm like, I can do this for free. I just love doing it so much. And that's kind of another thing to like look for your stylist too, like how like you show them a picture, right? Pinterest. It can be a good and a bad thing too. I'm going to throw that out there. It can be a good and a bad thing. And right now AI is the devil.
Yes.
I'm going to say it. AI is the devil. But when you show your stylist like, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing today, does their energy and excitement match your energy and excitement? If they're like, yeah, looks good, we can do that, okay, I don't want you to do
Yeah,
my hair.
no.
I would get up like,
I want you to be
babe,
my
yeah,
cheerleader.
like, wow,
Yeah.
that's gonna look so good on you.
Yes.
Or like, okay, we can do something like that, but we're gonna have to switch it a little bit because either your hair isn't the same as the models.
Yep.
It's not the same length either. A lot of girls will come in and show us like beautiful, long, lived in blonde, and then they have hair that's like to their collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get the same
look or feel
because the length of your hair is what makes the difference truthfully in the color.
Yeah.
You have to have the same length. Like, yes, I can do those colors, but it's not going to look exactly like that because your hair is not as long as hers. Mm-hmm. Make that clear with your clients. So then they're like, okay, yep, I get that. I understand that I don't have her length and it may not look exactly the same, but relatively close in our own way.
Yeah.
So make sure their energy is kind of the same way as yours too. Like, you're there, you're really excited for
it
this
makes
change.
a huge difference in the appointment.
Like we talked about, like, it's your security blanket.
Yeah.
Like, you're really excited about it, yeah, just make sure that stylist is matching that energy.
Yeah.
And again, that will let you know that they're in your best interest for doing your hair. So I feel like a lot of people get a little thrown off by when stylists are suggesting things throughout the service also. The reason why they are is because of, say, the reference photo you're showing them is, whatever. Okay, well, in order for me to achieve that look that you're going for, these are the steps we're going to need to take. Mm-hmm. That's how I do it as a stylist, and that's how I'm going to get you your desired results. If they're saying like, I need to put this, like K18 is a big one, in before we do this full bleaching service, know that they're in your best interest. Mm-hmm. Like, they are trying to, they want to give you the bleaching service. They know that your hair can handle it and it's okay to do, but the K18 is just an extra precaution to help with keeping the integrity of your hair. They're not just doing it because they want to charge you for it, charge you for it. They are in your best interest by adding this onto your service.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, even like masks at the end, or
and I feel like if you are like blatantly honest of like you said, like, this is gonna help the integrity of your hair, they're not gonna question you.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope not, but it happens.
Yeah.
Like, well, why? Well, because of this reason. And usually people are very understanding about it. And then too, like, I've been questioned on toners.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this toner? Well, you explain it to them and they're like, oh, okay. I had a lady who like fought me on a toner. This was early on in my career, but she like fought me on a toner because she was so used to having her hair done with her. Well, this isn't how my previous lady did it, Let's circle back to, I am pretty direct with people. I just said, well, this is how I need to do it in order to achieve what you want.
Yeah.
She then was like, okay. But I really had to like tell her, like, no, I need to do this. I'm not just doing it because it's gonna quote unquote make me more money.
Yeah.
I am doing this because I know I need to. Otherwise, you're gonna be back in my chair complaining about your hair.
Yeah.
Like, there is a fine line with knowing, like, okay, is someone just being pushy with this and what they're trying to do with certain things? Yes. Mm-hmm. But if it's relating to like the outcome of what you're going for or the integrity of your hair, those are like huge things to know, okay, I can trust this stylist. Yeah. They are in my best interest by doing these certain things. So I feel like that also leads into, hair care, mm-hmm. after hair care. If a stylist is, suggesting like you invested in your color or your hair cutter, whatever it might be, these are the products I would recommend to protect what you just paid for in your hair, your color, your haircut. If you're doing treatments, you're trying to build up that strength again, because it's been compromised over the years. Really take that as they are in my best interest. They want to ensure that I have great hair and continue to have great hair, and all the hard work that they're putting into my hair is being protected by, mm-hmm. this aftercare product. Yeah. So You know, a lot of people get pushed away from it because it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive for a reason. It is, we can guarantee that, say I did an Oliver Brown color on you, that this Color Protect shampoo is going to in fact protect your color.
Mm-hmm.
We use Kenra Color Line and we use Kenra Hair Care for aftercare of your colors and cuts and whatever. We can guarantee that it's going to work and how it's going to work. I can't guarantee if you go out and get Pantene Color Protect if it's going to work or not, and then you're going to come back to me and tell me that my color didn't last. No, my color would have lasted had you used the proper aftercare.
Yes.
Which that's a whole nother topic that I'll get into with the whole aftercare thing, because these big box stores, Walmart's, Target's, Amazon, are making it way too easy for people to get their hands on salon professional products. They're black marketed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they're black marketed.
Yeah.
What's in that?
Yeah.
What's in that? We should really do a test on that one day. Like,
that would be interesting.
I'm gonna buy. I've actually seen someone do it before. They bought a shampoo off of Amazon.
Yeah.
They took one of theirs that they just got from their
supplier,
supplier, and they squirted out a line of each one. Number one, the consistency was different. Number two, the color was different. The smell was different. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole because that's a whole nother topic for discussion one day. But yeah, I don't know. I guess circling back, stylists, making sure that your client is feeling certain about their appointment. They're feeling educated on what you're doing with their hair. Not, don't over educate them either. Sometimes there's kind of like, not all clients know what the cuticle of the hair is, or what this color molecule is doing, or don't over explain it. Make it very basic so that they're comfortable with it, and more so explaining what it's actually doing to the hair. Like, the toner is neutralizing unwanted tones. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This deep point cut or this texturizing shear is taking bulk out of your ends. We don't need to go any further into that. Just keep it very basic, because you can also confuse a client getting too deep.
I feel like that goes from the client's perspective too. We don't know hair.
Right.
Okay.
Well, sometimes over explaining can be a red flag for people too. Wow, she's really over explaining this. I have no idea what she's talking about. Does she know what she's talking about? Why is she over explaining this? This is too much. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's another reason why clients may be like, oh, this was too much.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So over explaining can be a thing on a stylist part too. Make sure you're not over explaining to clients. They don't care how many grams of this or that, or
we don't.
They really don't even need to know what permanent and semi-permanent colors are.
No.
That's irrelevant to them.
Exactly.
Because then you tell them, well, I'm going to use a permanent color in your roots today. Okay, why?
Yeah.
Oh man, now we just opened up a whole other can of worms. Because I have to lift and deposit.
No.
They don't need to know that.
No.
If anyone's ever seen the TikToks where it's my stylist and her coworker discussing my toner, and it's literally the minion voices talking. They have no idea what you're talking about. So don't explain them things to them. Make it very basic so that they have a decent, clear understanding and they feel comfortable with what you're doing. So, and like I said, as far as for the clients, watch out for them red flags.
Yeah.
Really just make sure when you're in the chair, you're feeling confident in what your stylist is saying. And even just book a consultation.
Yes, that's huge.
We book consultations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They might come in and be like, okay, I like the vibe of this place, or I don't like the vibe of this place. Or there could be so many things, that make the connection, and just by having them come in, this is what my plan would be for you as my client.
Yep.
Kind of give them the lowdown. Obviously, you can go a lot more in depth with what you're going to do when they actually come in for the service, if they book the service. Also, clients don't always know, like, do I need an all over color or do I need a full foil?
Yeah.
Like, there's a big difference in them. So even just booking a consultation for the client to understand what it is that their hair is actually needing is a good way to like get you in the door, feel out the salon, feel out your stylist, and then what their procedure is for you. You should be able to know whether or not you can trust that salon with your hair. So also, clients, just remember, like, hair is chemistry. So if you have previous color in your hair, and that it can be professional, it can be box, you know, all these things factor into what we're doing at the salon. So for the clients to also be truthful and transparent with your stylist, I'm going to tell you, anytime you put bleach on someone's hair, it's like
it shows everything.
A storybook. Like, okay, like, I see.
Where'd this purple come from?
Like, wow. Oh yeah, that's back 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter how long ago. Your hair has a history. It does. And until it's cut out of the hair, bleached out of the hair, whatever, it's there.
Yep.
Whether it's covered up or not, I don't care. It's under there. So bleach will tell a whole storybook. I can tell you that much. So be transparent with your client, or not your client, your stylist too, as a client, about what you have going on with your hair, what you previously had done, maybe what you did or didn't like.
I also feel like over explaining as a client is huge too.
Yes.
Don't pretend you know what you're talking about, because we really don't.
Right. I mean, if you come in and you're like, hey, I had this done at a previous place, like they use a texturizing shear in my hair and I did not like it. Okay, cool. Yeah. We don't have to use the texturizing shear. But when you're coming in and you're telling me, well, 10 years ago, I used to have this done on my hair. All right, we're going to talk. In 10 years,
so many things have changed.
Your hair has changed. The texture could have changed. You could have grayed more in that time. You're not going to have the same procedure every single time you go into a salon. It's going to change over the years based off of how your hair is changing. We have to adjust what we're doing to get you your desired results based off of how your hair is changing too. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, we will know what's going on in the hair when we start working with it and doing it. So just be very open about that. Like, again, I know it can be embarrassing to say, like, I did this on my hair. Like, I know I shouldn't have. That's okay. Yeah. Then I know what I can and can't use on your hair at that appointment, but eventually we maybe can. Yep. But I can't put it on there today because this will happen. Yeah. Like, we are educated in what we do. We had to go to school for what we do. Like, if I know that you have box on your hair, I know that these things can happen. So everybody just needs to be transparent with each other. It's just
honesty is the best policy.
It's just going to make it so much easier, and it's just going to make your connection that much better between either your client or your stylist. Yep. So again, circling back, it's not that the stylist is doing anything wrong or that even the client's doing anything wrong. It's just communication is key. Everybody needs to be open with each other, and it's just gonna make it that much easier for everybody. So I think that's kind of all that I have for today on that. All right, well, I think that's all we got. Yeah. So go ahead and drop your comments below, and we will see you here next week. Make sure you give our video a like and subscribe.